Hey guys, so my first update on my trip to Tenerife. I'm just down out of the mountains. It's a Monday. It's day 2 of the in Tenerife, and I'm just down of the mountains. I'll tell you about it in just a few minutes. So on Saturday, I took the bus to the airport to Dublin. It was a smooth ride up. It's actually a great service, and €10 return. I mean, it's really hard to beat. And I was there plenty of time for my Ryanair flight, 2 hours early. But I put my new iPad mini to use on the bus and in the airport. So I've downloaded a load of Man Booker Prize winning books from Barrowbox, the local library. I have them on my iPad. And so I'm working my way through a whole load of them. And the flight was half an hour delayed, but that was fine. And it was a straight flight down, no problem at all. And I brought my little sandwiches, so I gave Ryanair absolutely nothing. And got a taxi, got a bus to from the airport to the nearest small town. I got a taxi from there, 10 quid for the taxi. I got a taxi from there because the next bus wasn't coming for half an hour, and I was afraid it was getting late. It was about 9 o'clock, 9:30 when I actually got to the hostel. The hostel said it's fine. I'm in a small dormitory. It's pretty just a room, 150 square foot room, 6 beds, 3 bunk beds, and mixed dormitory. And right beside the beach, right beside the shop, beside the beach, lovely small town. Kite surfing seems to be the thing here. Everywhere I go, there seems to be something special about the place, and this seems to be kite surfing is the place here, or what goes on here. So that was lovely. And so on Sunday, I went out for a walk. I just walked 10k, nice brisk 10k, and I went up the Red Mountain, close to where I am staying. It's red apparently because there's iron or something in the lava when it was formed. And it was formed under the ocean. It came up beside the island, Tenerife, which had already existed at that stage, and then the lava joined the two of them together. But apparently there's iron in it, it's oxidized, and it's red. And it's been red for a long time now. Back in the 1500s, some guy who was heading off looking for the West or the East Indies or whatever it was, he found the West Indies, but he was looking for the East Indies. He would call it the Red Mountain back then. So I didn't do anything much. I had a pizza on the Saturday night when I arrived. One of the girls staying in the same room as me, she checked in literally just before me. So we chatted for a few minutes. She's Brazilian, but lives in the UK, works in the UK as a carer. So it was a great old gab, and she was nice company. So we done a pizza together. And then yesterday evening I didn't eat at all. I went to the supermarket and I got some food. I sat on the beach for 2 or 3 hours. I did some reading and watched the wildlife, and had a sandwich. And I didn't really feel like eating yesterday evening. I had some tortillas with salsa and stuff, and that was all I had. I haven't eaten yet today, so it's about 3 o'clock now. So I'll be back, I suppose, maybe about 6 o'clock by the time I get back down to where I am, where I'm staying, and I'll eat when I get down there. I'm not really hungry. So today's walk, okay, so let me tell you about today's walk, because today's walk was awesome, guys. So it's about 2 hours by bus to get up here, and it's up in the middle of the mountains, right beside. I'm just going to show you the volcano behind me. Can you see it there? See that? That's not where I climbed. Where I climbed was that. So you see that there? I'll tell you something. Absolutely tough. It was tough. So I climbed 600 and I think it was 601 meters, and I walked 10.5k, and I did it in 2 hours 55 minutes. Now they say it's a 4 hour walk, but I did it in just under 3. But the 600 meters, it's like this. I mean, that's the thing about these volcanic islands. Everything is sort of straight up. There's no gradual inclines and easing you into it. You walk out of this car park here and straight up the mountain. But it was absolutely beautiful. It was wonderful, wonderful. And again, just a couple of observations. The first one is, of course, the dry trails. Now, it's all rock. Like, some of it was tough walking, loose stone, gravelly, a lot on the way up, an awful lot of scrambling, literally almost hands and knees. But some of it was very, very tough. And coming down, I'm very careful coming down because of my knees. Don't want to damage my knees. Yeah, I damaged them already years ago. I don't want to do it again. So I took my time coming down. But it was a beautiful, beautiful walk. Dry. It's about, I don't know, a low 20s, maybe 22, 23 degrees, and a gentle breeze. And we're up above the clouds. So when I was actually over on the far side of the mountain, so you walk up that mountain and you go through a sort of gap and out the other side of the gap, and you walk around the back of the mountain and back down to here. And when I was on the far side of the mountain, I could look out over the ocean. Well, I couldn't see the ocean. I could look out straight out, and all I could see was clouds. We're up above the clouds here, so we are. The shoes were really good on the walk today. I just want to make a comment about they've got a little bit of I'm going to show it to you here. This piece on the front of the shoe there. That's a sort of piece of harder rubber. And made a big difference. On the way down, I kicked a lot of rocks on the way down, and if I just had ordinary runners on, it would have been very, very painful. I did find my right foot, at the big toe on the right foot, where I crushed it with the motorbike and the motorbike fell on it in Wales last May. And then the toenail is just growing back now. I found that was getting a little bit sore as well coming down. A lot of pushing against it, but not too bad. So that's sort of it so far. The other observation up there was, on the way up on the drive up to here, there was a lot of vines. So you basically have desert, and then you come up through desert and you come to an area that's I won't say it's green, it's not green, but it's not yellow. and all vines, all terraced areas, and growing fruit trees and vines and things like that, and some vegetables and market garden type stuff. I assume to provide for the locals, and then you come up to the tree line, and you can go through an area of conifers, and then you come above that and you come to where I am now, which is just rock. There's actually nothing up here except rock. You see a bit of planting around me here. That's because there's a parador, and they have obviously done some planting here, some landscaping. But trust me, up on the mountain, there's nothing except rock and dirt and dust, and it's white and powdery. It's very, very different from Gran Canaria. Gran Canaria was a different colour entirely. Gran Canaria was black and it was red. Here it's sort of white and powdery, and very powdery, very dusty. In fact, so dusty that when I was going up the mountain, and I'd be scrambling and I'd be loosening up the dust, and in fact I started coughing from the fine dust from it. So that's sort of my update. As you can see, I haven't shaved yet, so I get back to the hostel. I'll have a shower and shave, and I go out and I'll feed myself, or maybe I just have another big sandwich. I've stuff in the fridge, so we'll see. So that's it, guys. So I'll give you an update again in a day or so when I've something else to tell you. Cheers, bye bye.